34-year-old Ibrahim Traore is the new self-declared leader of Burkina Faso.
Prepare to be captivated by the remarkable impact of Ibrahim Traore, the young visionary leader dedicated to transforming Burkina Faso. In September 2022, Traore made history by becoming the world's youngest head of state. His ascent to power followed a coup led by a group of junior military officers, ousting Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Damiba, who had assumed office in an earlier coup earlier that year. In a televised address on October 1, 2022, Traore justified their actions, citing Damiba's failure to effectively address the persistent insurgency issue. Before we delve into the topic, we kindly request you to support the channel by liking and subscribing. Despite being 7 years younger than Damiba and holding a lower rank in the military hierarchy as a captain, which corresponds to the rank of a captain in the French military structure, Traore emerged as the new leader. Burkina Faso, being a former French colony, adopted its military command hierarchy from France, where ranks above captain include commandant, lieutenant colonel, and colonel. While Traore's rapid rise may have appeared meteoric to many in military circles, it was not entirely unexpected. Traore's career trajectory took a significant turn in 2014 when he was deployed to Mali as part of the United Nations peacekeeping mission MINUSMA. His fellow soldiers within the Burkina Faso military consistently praised Traore's bravery during his time in Mali, particularly for his courageous response to a complex attack by militant extremists in the northern region of Timbuktu when he was only 26 years old. Alongside his service in Mali, Traore played a prominent role in combating insurgency within Burkina Faso from 2019 to 2022, ultimately leading to his promotion to the rank of captain in 2020. After successfully overthrowing Damiba's administration in September 2022, Ibrahim Traore, then 34 years old, acknowledged the potential scrutiny surrounding his relatively young age for the presidency. Speaking to government officials in October 2022, he made the following statement: "I am aware that my age sets me apart from most of you here. The events that unfolded were not our choice, but a necessity."
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has pledged more support to the military junta in Burkina Faso.
In the following months, Ibrahim Traore's international prominence experienced a decline until July 2023, when he participated in the Russia-Africa Summit in St. Petersburg. The summit, convened by President Vladimir Putin and attended by 16 other African heads of state, provided Traore with an opportunity to make an impression. While his counterparts were dressed in customary opulent suits, Traore stood out by appearing in military combat attire, complemented by a red beret and tactical gloves. This unconventional dress code garnered attention, but it was his speech during the summit, held on July 27th and 28th, that truly earned him praise and recognition. Here is an excerpt from his speech. "The issue lies in witnessing African heads of state who have failed to meet the needs of our people, thus echoing the rhetoric of imperialists who label us as mere militias. Inadvertently, they portray us as individuals who do not uphold human rights. As leaders of African nations, we must resist behaving like puppets manipulated by external forces. We must prioritize our sovereignty and act in the best interest of our people." Ibrahim Traore strongly criticized African presidents who seemed content accepting handouts, specifically addressing President Vladimir Putin's announcement on July 27th, pledging to send free grain to Africa. While expressing gratitude for the gesture, Traore seized the opportunity to convey a message to African heads of state. In his address, Ibrahim Traore placed significant emphasis on the need for African leaders to prioritize achieving self-sufficiency in food production and supply for their people. He urged them to learn from successful nations in attaining this goal and stressed that they should not attend the next forum without taking concrete steps to ensure food security and self-sufficiency in their own nations. His statements drew parallels to the renowned Thomas Sankara, who expressed similar sentiments in the early 1980s when he assumed the presidency of Burkina Faso through a coup. Now shifting our focus to Ibrahim Traore's achievements, it is undeniable that he is amassing a substantial degree of trust and support within Burkina Faso and across the African continent, surpassing many other African leaders. Just a few days ago, citizens took to the streets in demonstrations advocating for an extension of Ibrahim Traore's transitional tenure, which was initially set to conclude in July. As a result, a recent charter has been ratified, granting Burkina Faso's military leader an additional 5 years of authority. This extension followed the endorsement of the new charter after national deliberations on Saturday, May 25, 2024. The deliberations, held in the capital city of Ouagadougou, involved representatives from civil society, security forces, and transitional legislators, with limited involvement from political parties in the process. Despite the signing of the new charter, many citizens remain unsettled. While decision-makers debated inside the conference hall about extending the transition, a passionate group of youth gathered outside, fervently advocating for Captain Ibrahim Traore to lead Burkina Faso for the next 10 years. This fervent display of confidence in Traore's leadership underscores the deep-seated divisions and complexities in public sentiment regarding the nation's future trajectory. Ibrahim Traore has earned recognition for his pragmatic approach to political ideology. He addressed a significant economic challenge in Burkina Faso by highlighting the absence of a domestic gold refinery. In response to Burkina Faso's reliance on exporting raw ore to European countries for gold refining, Ibrahim Traore has taken proactive steps to address the issue. He initiated the construction of a gold refinery within the country, despite its status as a major global gold supplier. This strategic decision is expected to create numerous job opportunities and contribute to the overall economic prosperity of Burkina Faso. President Ibrahim Traore has demonstrated remarkable leadership in implementing impactful economic measures. He spearheaded substantial tax reductions and collaborated with the private sector to facilitate access to capital for young entrepreneurs. Notably, he introduced the innovative concept of popular shareholding, allowing public investment in the nation's development by privatizing government assets and ventures. This initiative proved successful when 20% of the government-owned telecommunications company was offered for public purchase, generating $60 million in revenue for critical projects. Furthermore, President Ibrahim Traore has shown his commitment to fiscal responsibility by reducing the salaries of government ministers and officials by 20%. He has declined a presidential salary, choosing instead to maintain his earnings at the level of a military captain, exemplifying his selfless dedication to serving his country. Ibrahim Traore astounded journalists by asserting his commitment to defending his people's right to protest, even in the face of criticism of his own actions. He emphasized his role as a servant of the people, further highlighting his dedication to their well-being. Captain Ibrahim Traore's unwavering declarations regarding the trust placed in him and his colleagues to protect the nation's future mark a refreshing departure from prevailing attitudes among leaders in many African countries, where leaders often view themselves as sovereigns and their citizens as subjects. In his current role as the president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore shoulders significant responsibilities during this critical period for the nation. Despite his prominent position, he has maintained a remarkable level of discretion regarding his personal life, keeping it largely private from the public eye. While his professional endeavors and actions as a leader are well documented, there is currently no widely known or publicized information about his family or any romantic relationships. This low profile on personal matters has allowed him to concentrate on the task at hand and navigate the challenges of leadership with determination and focus. As the leader of Burkina Faso during this transitional phase, Captain Ibrahim Traore's primary focus is undoubtedly on steering the country towards stability, progress, and addressing the pressing issues faced by the nation. As of the current date, information regarding Captain Ibrahim Traore's net worth remains undisclosed. Given his position as the transitional president of Burkina Faso, details pertaining to his financial matters are maintained as private within the public domain. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.